Today on the grid, it is how would I edit your photo day? We've asked viewers to send in a raw or unedited JPEG, and I'll take it through the steps from beginning to end to get us from the raw photo to a final image. Mr. Kuna is here, but when I say here, Mr. Kuna is in the studio. I'm broadcasting from home, and I'll tell you about that in just a minute. But we're both here. We got a lot of cool images. We got lots of great giveaways. And when does all this start on this fine, fine day? It starts in just 22.3 seconds. Let's go.
The Grid is brought to you by Platypod, the tripod alternative that is changing the world. Everybody has a Platypod. You should too. Go to platypod.com.
Well, here we are at the studio, but Scott's not here.
I'm not there. So the reason I'm not there today is because my poor wifey has been sick as a dog with like a flu or some bad cold. It's not COVID. She's tested for it twice, and so she's been fine. But yesterday I started to feel like, oh no, I'm getting sick. And as it turned out, by yesterday afternoon, I was completely fine. I think it was just I got no sleep the night before, and so I basically had the sniffles and stuff, but I felt fine in the afternoon, and I feel 100% today. But just to err on the side of caution, I didn't want to come into the studio and have everybody go, oh, he's sick and all, but I'm not. I feel great. And my wifey is starting to be on the mend, I think. So she's been to the doctor, and she's got all kinds of medicines, and she's feeling a little bit better today. So just to play it on the safe side, I am broadcasting from my home recording studio where I do music stuff. Here, let's look over here. We got guitars. Let's look over here, more guitars and keyboards. Yep. And then behind me is a bunch of other junk. So all my screens and stuff.
There you go.
For music production.
But we're going to be editing people's photos today, right, Scott?
Yep. I got them all locked and loaded in Lightroom, and we're going to be taking them through it. But before we get to that, Eric, I have some very important things. I have a sandwich update.
Uh-oh.
All right. Well, first, I have a quick story of me just having my head explode this week. It has nothing to do with photography. Okay. But I'll make it really quick. So my wife's birthday was last week, and I wanted to take her to our favorite restaurant, which is in Tampa, Florida. It is called Ocean Prime. It's a wonderful chain of nice steakhouses, and it's kind of pricey. We hadn't been there in a while, but we went there. I mean, it's a special occasion place because it's expensive, right? Well, I noticed on the menu that, of course, the prices had gone up, and that's not surprising, right? So my steak was $64, and I wanted a blue cheese crust on top. Now, if you go to Longhorn and you say, hey, can I get a blue cheese crust? They say, sure. At Ocean Prime, they go, sure, it's $10. So now my steak is $74. That didn't bother me. I knew it was going to be an expensive steak, and I had a gift card. So here's what made my head explode. The waiter comes over, and we've been going to Ocean Prime since it opened. I don't know, 20 years we've been going there. It's an awesome restaurant, it really is, except for this thing I'm about to tell you. One of the things I love about Ocean Prime is they have a bread basket that has this homemade sourdough bread and some pretzel sticks. It's very nice. It's just, it's a bread basket. The waiter announces the bread basket no longer comes with the dinner. It's $8.
Yes, there you go.
You're paying
so you got to pay $70 for the steak and $8 for the bread.
By the way, unlike Longhorn, which I love also, it does not come with a potato. It does not come with a salad. It comes with nothing. It's steak on a plate for $74. Your baked potatoes, God knows how much. Your salad is ridiculous. But $8 more. Like, you're not making enough. You got to stack another $8. I mean, you can't throw in bread. You've been throwing in bread from when your prices were realistic, and now your prices are through the roof, and you need more money for bread. That one really chapped me. Now, on to the second part of this story. So that same week, I wanted to grab a chicken sandwich. I went to Huey Magoo's, which is a very good local sandwich shop. You've been there, Eric. Yeah. And didn't I bring a chicken sandwich from our chicken sandwich show from Huey's?
We did.
Right. They have a nice chicken sandwich.
It's an elevated, kind of like a fancier one, yeah.
Yeah, it's a better chicken sandwich than you would normally get, right? It's up there with, KFC or whatever. And I got their buffalo chicken sandwich. All I ordered was it and a Diet Coke. That's it. It was $15. $15. I was like, well, $14.96 total, so it's $15, 4 cents away. And I'm like, how did a chicken sandwich and a Diet Coke get to $15? So then day before yesterday, Eric and I had a lunch meeting, and one of the places we like to have lunch meetings is Chili's. Eric and I go to Chili's. We both have a burger. It comes with fries. Mine came with a salad. We both had Diet Cokes. For the two of us, only $23. With the tip, it was less than driving through for the two of us to go to Huey Magoo's or Wendy's, which is even more expensive. It's just like, what in the heck has happened to the price of everything?
Well, but like you were just saying, Scott, though, it's like certain places, not so much. And then other places, it's like through the roof.
Chili's is on fire, right? So Chili's, I read an article this week. It said is the hottest restaurant in America today because people are going there in droves because you can have a nice dinner. You can get chips and salsa, drink, fries, whatever side dish you want, whatever, for $10.99. That's like, that's 2/3.
But Scott, you can go right down the street over here. You go to our local Cuban place, right? We went there the other day. Prices are reasonable. They're the same. They actually haven't gone up pretty much at all. So
Cuban Breezes is a wonderful place. All right. Anyway,
weirdness.
I had to get that on. I'm ranting. I know because I'm still stunned with it. It's just like, come on. But it's not like Ocean Prime was empty. It was packed full on a Wednesday night.
Well, there you go.
Packed,
that's one of the things there. But speaking of prices, the prices are going way up, but we've got tons of giveaways to give away, so you can win something for free, right, on the show. So we've got tons of prizes here. So first, we're giving away, I don't know if you can handle this, but we're giving away a Platypod handle on the show today.
I see what you did there.
Yeah. So now you could buy that over at Platypod for $69, or you could get it free on the show today just by commenting and tell us what you'd like to win, and then also leave us a comment. And the other thing is, if you share out the show, anything that you do will just enter you more into the contest. So sharing, liking, all that good stuff. But definitely commenting is how you're going to enter. And then we're giving away a copy of a book on night photography, right? So if you want to learn all about night photography, I don't know, some guy, his name's Erik Kuna. So he wrote that one. So check it out over on Amazon, but somebody's going to win it today as well. It's going to ship from Amazon really soon. And then we're going to give away a copy of, I've got it up here. Don't see it on my list, but why not? It's up here. We're going to give away a copy of How to Do That in Lightroom from Scott Kelby. So we're going to give one of those away. And then tomorrow, he has a book chat on this book, but we're going to give away a copy of, him and Terry do, the How Do I Do That in My Tesla book. Scott, you're doing a book chat tomorrow on that with Terry as well, right?
Yeah, so tomorrow at 6:30 p.m., we're doing a book chat, and everybody's invited. I would only come if you're either a Tesla owner or you're thinking of buying a Tesla. I wouldn't come to just be a troll like some people are being when we mention it on Facebook. Look, I've been driving Teslas for 10 years. And Mr. Kuna is the one that got me into Teslas. Terry's been driving them for 8 years. It's not a political statement that we drive it. It's just we really like the car. It's no more a political statement that if I drove a Ford F-150, I'm not supporting the political views.
It's awesome, Scott. I mean, I got mine.
It's just a car.
I got some updates yesterday that I was really happy with. Like some updates over the air. I was like, man, that's really cool. So.
Oh, I haven't checked mine yet.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's really cool.
Anyway, but but if you want to come and join us and and learn about, Terry and I are both sharing. Basically, it's a night of sharing Tesla tips, things that as a Tesla owner you might not know, because it's a computer-driven car, which is I think why Erik and I are drawn to it.
Yep.
It's basically,
and it's laid out like an Apple. It's very Apple-esque. It's very the design is forward facing. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's very, very neat. And if you have one, I guarantee you'll learn stuff and you'll have a good time. And plus, Rocky Nook is giving away $50 gift cards, so you can go buy any other books if you wanted to buy a photography book or whatever. But anyway, needless to say, Terry and I wrote this book, even though it's in print now. We wrote it a long time ago. It takes a long time to have your books shipped to South Korea, printed in South Korea and shipped back. It takes many, many months. So we wrote this book a while back, but we would love to have, if you know somebody who has a Tesla, invite them to the book chat. We'll put the link in the chat so you can see it. But it's tomorrow night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern time, and it'll be a lot of fun. It'll just, lots of laughs and lots of cool Tesla tips. And only come if you're interested in learning, not if you're interested in trolling. And you shouldn't have to say that for any product. It's like, oh, you're supporting Fender because you use a Fender guitar. No, I just like Fender guitars.
Well, anyways, let's stick to photography here. So, so we're gonna also give away On1 no noise. If you wanted to eliminate noise out of your photo, add a little bit of sharpening back to it. On1 no noise AI is a great plugin for it. Somebody's gonna win it today. We're also going to give away a V-flat from V-flat World. So if you want a foldable V-flat that can fit into any car, including a Mazda Miata, because I've tried it out before, you can get it in there. And so you can get a V-flat from V-flat World. And that just has to be U.S. shipping only. So just got to make sure that you have a U.S. shipping address for that one. So all you're going to do is leave us a comment no matter where you're watching the show, and we will get your prize. We'll announce the winners at the end of the show and get those prizes out to you. Another thing we got to talk about coming up, Photoshop World. So we got Photoshop World coming up next month. And guess what? The price didn't change. We didn't go up on the price. So unlike the whole industry and everybody around the world, the price is the same. So you can join us over in 3 different tracks. What's great about Photoshop World and the way we're doing it now is you get every single track, every single lesson, everything is recorded and so you can watch it again for an entire year. That's something that, we just weren't able to do in the past that we're able to do now. So having that access to all this training for an entire year, done from, like you look at industry leader trainers all over the place. It's a great thing. Plus, in Photoshop World fashion, we also have bonus events. We'll have a really cool opening keynote with a funny movie and all that good stuff. So join us next month. It's let's see, it is, why would we put the date on it? It is September and the 9th, 10th, and 11th of next month, as well as a pre-conference day the day before. So there you go.
All right, lots of cool stuff happening.
All right,
we're ready to edit some images?
I think we're ready for images. Well, other than we've got some shout-outs here. Natalie's joining us from Ottawa. Scott, Diane's joining us from Louisiana. Steve's joining us from Panama City. Tina's from Oregon. James from Phoenix. Renee from Missouri, Stu all the way from New York. Hey, Stu. Barbara saying hi from California. Jim saying hi from Minnesota. Marianne saying hi from Jacksonville. So we got people joining us all over the world. So
awesome. Great to have everybody here.
So we want to jump into some images. Maybe just start with the first image. We'll kind of look at that. And then they're going to ask for a break, I'm sure, at a certain point. But let's go ahead and kick it off.
Okay, so here's our first image, and it's a nice one. It's a nighttime shot, and while it does look a little crooked, I got to fix that. It's only a little crooked, and then we'll take you through the paces. So let's go ahead and start with going to the transform panel here and just hit auto and see if it. Yeah, you see, it was a little off by a little. It wasn't off by much.
Scott, I'm not seeing when you're hitting the transform panel. I don't see it, guys.
Well, I could see it in my feed.
Now it came up. Go ahead and auto. Yeah, now I see it.
Yeah, okay. All right, and this is going to sound crazy, but I think it's still a little crooked, so I'm going to move it a little more. And then, so you see this gap up in the right corner? If you just go over here and hit constrain crop, it'll get rid of those little gaps and stuff. So there we go. Something weird just happened to my screen. It was nothing that I did.
Yeah, because now when you hit constrain crop, it went black.
Yeah, I don't know why. I didn't do anything, but I will.
We'll blame it on Jason. We'll say
yeah,
Jason did it.
I will redo my thing here and see if this works better. Is that better?
I'm guessing no, since I don't see it. So I think that's Jason, like, not
it looks fine on my
bringing
end.
it up. So
So
there it is. Yeah, I see it again.
All right. Okay, good. I don't know what happened there. All right. So first thing I would do, let's go up to the basic panel. And there's two options here that I want you to try for stuff. The first is adaptive color. So adaptive color is not just a profile. It is an AI. It's like the auto button. It's like a newer version of the auto button. But while the auto button doesn't really do color, adaptive color does all the auto stuff plus color, plus it's a better algorithm. In many cases, it looks better, and some it does not. So that's why we have to try both as just a starting place. But these things today do a much better job of giving you a starting place than they used to. So here's what I would do. Let's try adaptive color and see what that looks like. It didn't do much. It just made it look darker. All right. So then switch back to Adobe Color, because you can't do both. It's A or B, you know. So then try auto. Ooh, now see, I think in this case, auto.
Yeah, auto
better.
definitely did better.
All right, so that's why you kind of need to try both. Just, it's a real quick. A, go back to Adobe Color. B, I mean, technically you can force it to do both, but the results are usually very bad. So Adobe even warns you, are you sure you're really not supposed to do both? You know?
Sure?
Because you're doing AI versus AI. It's just, yeah, all right. It creates a war. All right, outside of that, here's what I think I would do. First, let's raise the contrast a bit. It just looks a little flat. And here's the thing with shots like cityscapes and things that have lighting. The thing that controls the power of the light, it's almost like a dimmer switch, is the whites slider. It kind of tends to add brilliance to the photo. So I'm going to do this. I'm probably going to lower the exposure first, because it is going to make the lights brighter. See how it affects that? So I'm going to make that quite a bit brighter. And everything looks good, I think, except for the sky now is a little too bright. So let's go to the masking tool up here. Let's go and have AI select the sky for us by choosing Select Sky. And, oh, nuts.
Yeah, it's like every time you're doing that.
All right, let me just do what I did before, because it fixed it last time. Sorry, folks. I don't know why this is happening today, but for some reason it just is. So let me try it again, see if this fixes it. It worked before. I'm hoping it does now. It looks fine on my end.
Yeah, we see it.
Here we go. All right, weird. All right, so let's go hit the masking tool. Oh, we've already selected the sky. So the sky is selected, and I'm just going to bring down the exposure, which is generally what I will do when I select sky. Skies generally get overexposed because we're doing the highlights. There we go. That kind of balances it out more. Honestly, it's looking pretty good. One thing that we're going to do, or that I would do, well, a couple of things. Let's scroll down. Let's go back to the regular adjustments. So I'm going to click up here, go back to the regular adjustments. Anytime you have water in a shot or you have metal in a shot, clarity actually makes it all shiny. It makes water shiny. It makes metal shiny. So I'm going to go over here to clarity. I'm going to crank it up a little bit. See what it's doing here?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're going to crank up the clarity, but we're also the unsung hero that needs to be used more. We only seem to use dehaze on a hazy day, but it is a form of mid-tone contrast, and it actually does a pretty good job. So I'm going to add a little mid-tone contrast, just a little bit. Oh, that looks pretty sweet. And I'm just looking and evaluating the image. You know what else? I think I'm going to do one more thing, and I think we'll be done. Besides sharpening, I would go and add one more mask. I'm going to say create a new mask, and I'm going to brush, and I'm going to paint over. I'm going to increase the exposure.
Boom, it's gone.
All right, let me fix it. Don't move, don't breathe, don't make a sound, and I don't know why it's doing that, folks. I have no idea.
And the only other thing we could try is you could open it up in Camera Raw, the next one, and see if that does it. So.
And I already have everything set up here in Lightroom. So, all right, here we go. Then I'm going to increase the exposure, and I would just paint over these buildings because they're just a little dark. And obviously, I think you want those included. So I'm going to paint over the boat and everything else just to kind of bring out that extra detail. That building in the back, I think, is okay. I can't really see what I'm painting over here because the pop-up is over that. So this is going to be a little hacky. And I'm going to paint down the bridge. And I think that would probably do it. Oh, you got to paint the reflection. Don't fall for that one. You got to paint the reflections, or it's going to be like, why did those look different? Oh, I messed up. Wow. All right, sorry. Let me just kind of clean that mess up. I'm holding the Option key to clean up my mistake. All right, that's not bad. I think hopefully it's better. Yeah, there we go. But do you see what I mean? How it has a more brilliant look to it?
Yep.
Right? So adding contrast helps. The whites slider is the big thing for cityscapes at night. This isn't really a cityscape, but you know what I mean. The harbor at night, and just balancing out the sky. So that's not bad. Let me just hide this other thing so you get a better view. For those of you who are watching on a phone or something, yeah, I think it looks better.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Now, if you think it's a little too colorful, now I don't think that the public would think it's too colorful. The public, if you wanted to sell this print, I don't think they would be, ooh, it's so colorful. But from a photographer's, eye, if you think it might be a little too, you could go and lower the saturation, or actually, I would lower the vibrance amount a little bit, but just a little bit. It's not. I don't think it's too bad.
Yeah, it doesn't.
And there you have our first one for the day.
So Dan has a question for you, Scott, and that is,
hey Dan,
how does Lightroom's Transform Upright Auto, so the transform panel, differ from Crop Angle Auto, so that it'd be like the settings up at the top?
Sure. All right. So it was Dan, right?
Yes.
Was it Dan? Hi, Dan. So Dan, what it is can you see me on screen?
Yep.
We can see you. You need to see me. Okay, great. So what it is a level will level it, right? And all those. If you and that's what the auto is, an auto level. But the auto and upright actually will fix the image. Like it doesn't just level it. I don't ever use it to level. Though in this case I did, but I want to see the perspective fix. And that's a very common problem we have, where one side of the image, it kind of goes this way, or the buildings kind of lean back, or any of that stuff. This fixes that distortion. So, and it does a very good job of it because it doesn't overdo it. If you're an architectural photographer, all your lines have to be straight. But if you're a travel photographer or any of that kind of stuff, then you absolutely, hang on, let me turn on my focus here. Focus, turn on my focus for do not disturb. Sorry, okay, back with you. I can hear ding and stuff going off. It does more. Auto does a very balanced distortion, barrel distortion, lens distortion fix.
And you're talking about the auto inside the transform panel, not the
transform
auto
panel.
When you're doing like the straighten. The straighten auto just straightens it. Yeah.
But auto, the one in the upright does everything, but it doesn't. The straightening isn't always its strong point. So that's the difference. Is the one is much more robust in the transform. Yeah. And I only use it. I don't.
One is a perspective correction, right? And one is just literally tilting the image, just like moving the image, and that's all it's doing.
Yeah. Yep. It's just rotating the image to where it looks straight, but it's not 100%.
Yep. All right. Well, we have to take our first break, but when we come back, Scott will be editing some more images on your images you sent in. So we'll see you back here in a couple minutes.
There we go.
And
what is Photoshop World? Photoshop World is the ultimate 3-day online creative event for photographers, designers, and digital artists. With over 45 sessions taught by the world's leading Photoshop, Lightroom, and photography instructors. From jaw-dropping edits to industry secrets, this is where your skills go pro and get inspired to push your creativity further than ever before. Register at photoshopworld.com.
I'm Richard Burnaby, and I've spent the last 20 years chasing light and life across the wildest corners of the planet. And what I've learned is this: wildlife photography isn't about gear. It's not even about the animals. It's about connection. It's about presence. It's about telling a story that goes beyond the frame. In my new KelbyOne class, I'll show you how to approach wildlife in the field, from anticipating behavior to creating powerful compositions that include the environment, not just the subject. We'll talk gear, light, ethics, and most of all, how to make images that matter. So if you've ever wanted to make wildlife images that feel alive, not just seen, but felt, then this class is for you. Exclusively on KelbyOne.com.
You're trying to put your portfolio together. And you know what stops more people than anything, Rick? Deciding which images make the cut. It's so hard. It is. And Rick knows, because in this course on KelbyOne, I asked Rick, pick 75 of your best photos. Was it hard getting those 75 together?
It was very hard. Susan Salmon helped me very, very hard.
But in this class, we're getting it down to just 24. We're going to show you a number of different ways how to make decisions, how to not fall into portfolio traps, and we're going to do it together. You're going to see it all happen live as we do it, as we go from Rick's 75 hand-picked images all the way down to 24. But when you see the process and how we use Lightroom to help us make this easy, it's going to make a huge difference. It's going to help you get your portfolio online, and we're going to show you how to get your portfolio online without paying anything extra. We're even going to upload the images and take the 24 that we choose of Rick's, get them up there. It's going to be great. And how painful was the process?
Well, it was painful, but I'm going to still love you at the end.
You got to come and watch it and see as we go through the process of building your portfolio, what makes the cut. It's a brand new course exclusively at KelbyOne.com.
Hi, I'm Karen Hutton, and I'm an award-winning photographer in landscape and travel. I'm also a professional Fujifilm X photographer. I'm here at Arches National Park, about to present you with a class about arches and canyonlands that I think you're going to love. I'm going to take you into some epic spots in both of these parks, show you my tips for lenses, time of day, the language of light, how to work with the park rules, how to avoid some of the crowds, that's always big on my list, and how to frame a variety of shots so you feel like you're walking away with a book of your adventure. I hope you'll join me in these two incredible parks exclusively on KelbyOne.
This segment of The Grid is brought to you by Canon.
All right, we're back, and on the break, we had a little reboot because, you know, if your computer's not working, you know what you do. You
restart it.
So we'll see if that works.
Yeah.
Yeah. So next image. What do we got?
Here we go. Here we go. Oh dear.
Oh dear. I don't know if we can handle this.
No, this is a God. It's the corny day. This is a nice shot.
Yeah.
I think that the deer is totally engaged and everything.
It's in a nice frame, like you're getting sucked in. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I like it. It's a nice shot, so it's fun to edit nice shots. And the other one I just did was very nice. Let's go ahead and let's go do the transform. I usually start with that, just hit it and make sure it's. Yeah, you can see it was off by a little bit.
It's just crooked. A little bit
Yeah,
crooked.
it just and again, this auto is going to fix a lot of ills, including leveling and all that stuff. But that's not where I usually go there for. I usually go there to fix everything else. So I would say the first thing that we need to do is, what's the subject of this shot? It's the deer, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's make it more about the deer, and let's go over here and kind of get rid of some of this extra stuff. And get rid of some of this extra stuff. And kind of maybe make it more like, I would say, something in that way. Because that'll bring the deer closer to us. It makes the shot more intimate, I think.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
And so, right. Now, next, look at that snow. It looks a little bluish.
Yep.
And so does the deer look a little. It's minor, right? I don't have to pull out the shirt or anything, but I'm going to go to the basic panel, and I'm just going to move a little towards yellow. And what I'm doing here, and this is the thing I do to help with the white balance, I'm trying to make the snow look white. So I'm just looking at the snow. When the snow's white, I think we're pretty good. So somewhere in there, and look at the difference here. You can see. See, it was kind of bluish, right? There's a little blue over everything. So just look at something that's supposed to be white, or you know what color it's supposed to be, and I think that will help. We could probably go even a little tighter, honestly, on the deer. I don't want to go too tight, but I want to. You still want to see, hey, you're in the forest and all that. I got to move my floating thing here so I can get to, and maybe come in like this. Yeah, that'll bring the deer. Yeah, there we go. Now we're like, now the deer's front and center. He didn't feel far away from you, right? So, or she. And then let's go and try adaptive color. Didn't do a whole lot. Let's go back to Adobe Color and then hit Auto. Auto looked good.
Yeah.
So I think Auto in this case looks pretty good. The only thing you might do is maybe we select the deer and sharpen up the deer. So let's go to the masking tool.
Here's the test.
And hit Select Subject. Why is it showed up in white? Why is the mask all...
Well, it already actually has a mask created.
Wow.
It already did a positive exposure.
All right, let's try that again. That was very odd. Let's hit Select Subject. There we go.
Yeah,
All right, I don't know what. That's crazy. Okay, so you can see that it selected more things than the deer.
Yeah.
Right? It selected these things over here. And so you can go, and a couple of those look disturbing. Let's go to Subtract and go Subtract and use the brush. So then I can just paint over them and say, don't select that, and don't select that, and don't select that. It got some branches over here we don't need selected, and a little bit of that. Yes, it's not always 100%, right? Sometimes it selects things it's not supposed to. That's why you have that Subtract button. If it did too much, you hit Subtract. Oops, a little over here. And if it didn't do enough, you hit Add, and then you can just fix that. All right. So now that we have the deer selected, I would probably, let's go to the whites and see if it doesn't really need to be brighter. I think it needs to be sharper. Let's go down here to sharpness and bring that up. And then maybe a little clarity and dehaze, I think probably will do the trick there. Yeah, that looks better, I think. Let's just look at that. Let me go hide that mask and see. Yeah, we didn't do a ton to it. Oh, now we've just messed it all up. Here we go. I'm hitting the button. Are you seeing? Oh, there we go. Okay. It's a little laggy. Okay. All right. So we didn't really have to do very much there. I think a lot of this is going to be cleanup because there's a lot of messy stuff. So let's go to the eraser tool. Oh, no, it did it again. Do you see that?
Yep.
All right. Well, we know how to fix it. Sorry, folks. And I have no idea. I've never seen this before. This is a new fun thing that is happening, and it's annoying. But it only takes a second to fix it. So it's not the worst thing in the world, but it is a little annoying. Okay. Should be fixed. Okay. I would get the eraser tool and make sure that you have Use Generative AI turned on. because this will do the best job, and we can get rid of, oh, come on. Stupid thing. It did it again. Never had this happen before. It only happens when you're live. Let's get rid of this and this, and it did it again. Well, just wait while I get rid of those two things, and
yep.
I'm just going to get rid of a few more things. While you're waiting, I'm just going to shrink my brush and get rid of some of these sticks on the ground, and I'll show you when I refresh this. You'll see everything that's selected, and then we'll see how the AI does with it. But there's just a lot of stuff in the snow in the front and all that's not helping. So we're going to do that. Sorry for this. It's not fun to actually look at me while I'm editing. It's not the preferred view, but it is what it is. All right, let me fix that real quick, and then you'll be able to see what I masked, what I painted over with that brush. It's a lot of stuff. So a lot of those sticks on the ground, I probably will grab a few more. Hopefully it won't buzz out. There we go. And I think that'll probably do it. Let's just go ahead and hit the remove button. Give it a few seconds, and it should do a good job. It's really great at removing stuff. It doesn't let you add stuff, which is great. That's what I like about Lightroom. You can't really cheat too much. Like in Photoshop, you could say, well, let's add a bunny on the ground next to the deer, but not here. All right, give it a sec. It's not zooming. Get it? Well, we asked for a lot of, the more areas you ask for, the longer it takes. So, this is a long. No, it did pretty good. Got rid of. Now you get 3 variations, so you can click through and see if you like the second one better. Well, I think I do like the second one better. Let me go back to that. Yeah, I think that one right there. You can't see it, of course, because I went to that side of the screen. Hey, you know what, though? Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
I think I may know what the problem is.
Okay.
And there's not anything we'll be able to fix. Well, I can do one thing. So last night while I was editing, I noticed that my screen was not working on the right side. I think it's my monitor. Like there's something dead on the right side of my screen that's going to require an Apple Store visit.
Yeah.
So
it
the way I got
like
around
it's a hardware software type interaction.
Yeah. So I would move this over. So we'll try. But anyway, I want to get a few more of these things right here. That one, just clean it up a little. But honestly,
because every time that happens,
it
goes off the screen.
Oh, nuts! Stupid thing. Well, I may be off on my theory, but I do think it's going to be a trip to the Apple Store. I think this is a because last night
it happens to us all. It happens to us all.
It was
technical issues. That's for sure.
Last night I was trying to work on some text in a presentation, and when I would click on the text, nothing would happen. But if I moved my slide over, it would work. Move my screen over. Let me just hit remove, and I think that'll clean us up. And I have one last little thing I would do to finish it off. And I think this did not require a whole bunch. It was a lot of it was cropping. It's just making the deer, so the deer doesn't feel off in the distance and you feel connected with the deer. So let me just fix that for you. I want to feel connected with the deer, Eric. There we go. So there's that. I think you could go to the effects panel and add a very slight edge darkening with a vignette. Maybe somewhere in there, just a little bit. I think you're pretty good.
Looking good.
Yeah. And you can see now you can see what cleaning up that stuff does for the shot.
Oh yeah.
And that's really, we didn't do a lot editing wise. We did a crop, which I think was important. Now, if this was really my image and I had more time, you know what I think else I would do, Eric? Take a look at that image and see if there's anything else that you would do. Because I can see.
I think I would clean up the snow on the bottom even further.
Yeah, you could get rid of any little specks.
Maybe take out some of the specks on the trees that are kind of annoying my eye. And yeah, I mean, it's going to be isolating the deer more and
See, you know what I'm thinking, Eric?
Out of it.
I'm thinking this.
Yeah, the twigs.
I'm thinking the twigs. I like these. I'm thinking these two big branches. So let's just do it. It'll only take a second, right? Let's go and get.
Well, I don't know. I mean, the branch. I get what you're saying. The twigs are more offensive to me than the branches.
You know, the twigs aren't bothering me that much.
Yeah, but it's just simplifying the frame. It's the more we can do to simplify the frame.
Simplifying the frame is exactly what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
Let's up. All right. While it's good. It's only doing it while we're waiting for the deal-em-a-bob. So let's hit this back.
Yeah, there's a couple comments here too, Scott, where you're doing that. Steve saying and Robin saying kind of the same thing. They found that the select object tool beats the select subject tool. I would agree that there's times when that works. There are times when the subject works better. I mean, they're kind of interchangeable.
All right. Hey, Eric, look on screen where I got rid of those two.
Yeah,
right?
Just simplifying it.
Just simplifies the scene. But I agree. Yeah, just making that snow real pristine.
Yes,
would
down
really,
at the bottom
would really
there.
Finish that out. Yeah,
and even on that tree, there's that white
You mean over here?
Line, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you could certainly do that.
Yeah.
And you could actually use a faster tool. You could use the awful healing brush to get rid of this little stuff down here.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Oh God, look at
that. I can't go back.
Look at that. Look at that.
That's terrible.
It's terrible. You know, I had the old Lightroom product manager on the grid, and we were telling him how bad the healing brush tool was.
It's
and
terrible. You can't go back.
He got quite upset. He wouldn't speak to me after that. But it wasn't just me, by the way. It was all of our viewers were going, "Oh, nothing is good." He seemed to think that it was as good as the one in Photoshop, and
it's like, no, it's terrible.
It's not even close. And he was really upset that we did that. In fact, we never spoke again. That's how bad it was. And we had been hanging out and going to dinner and doing all this stuff, and he and my wife and all were all. And then once he was on the grid, and at that moment, he thought we were telling him his kids were ugly, and so that was it. Yep. It was the end of my relationship with Lightroom Product Manager. But he's no longer at Adobe, which is why I can tell that story. Okay, so I think that one was pretty good. Can we look at another one real quick?
Yes, and then there's people are commenting computers do their things. They remind us, like Susie's saying, computers do their things to remind us that we're inferior to them. And then Tim saying, "Welcome to live TV." Yep, that's what happens.
All righty. Well, we got an image here.
Nice.
Yeah, right. Nice jet taking off. You've got the tail hook dragging, and it's creating all those sparks.
I think we're going to do the same thing. We're going to simplify the frame, take out some distracting elements, and make it pop, just like you did with the deer.
Make it pop. All right. First, we're going to start off with a crop, right? So we have a whole bunch here that we don't necessarily need. We certainly don't need this junk at the bottom.
Yep.
Let's get rid of that. And I think you could go a little closer. You want to leave room for that jet to breathe. Why did my crop unhook there? All right. So I think you need enough room for the jet to move. I don't want to go too tight.
Yeah.
All right. And let's take a look at that. All right. Now, I suspect something, Eric. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, there's noise.
It's Noise City.
But that's okay. We can deal with that.
Our ISO was 12,800.
We can deal with it.
We can deal with it. Don't be scared is exactly right. Let's go to photo. Let's go to, now I got my computer working where all my stuff is working again. And let's go to, I don't think I have no noise in here anymore. But I can
you could go in the details and just hit the AI noise reduction.
Yeah, I'm just going to go to effects, and then I'll pop over to the AI noise reduction. So you would use either AI no noise, which let me reset my screen, or I'm going to use, it's built into Photo Raw. So it's weird with On1, you can buy all these things separately, but if you buy Photo Raw, you get all of them. And so that's what I'm using. It's called Max is the version that they use. And if you use their Max version, then you get maximum stuff. And am I getting a warning here? Hold on. I think my thing is giving me some kind of warning.
What's that? We haven't got your machine back yet.
Yeah, we're about to. Hang on. But see, there's this photo raw thing. I'm gonna go over here. Do you see photo raw? Oh, it's asking me a million things. All right, do you see it in photo raw? You should.
That's a negative.
How am I seeing it? All right, I see it on my screen.
Oh, now I see it. I mean,
oh, great!
So.
I just turned it off. You guys are killing me.
I see it now.
You're killing me, Smalls.
I see it.
All right, you got it.
I think, yeah, I see it. I don't know what they're talking about. I don't
know. Let's get on the noise. It's Noise City. So if you go to develop, then you can go over here and there's noise and sharpening.
Yep.
We're just going to use the AI noise, no noise AI. Give it a second.
Boom.
Isn't that crazy? Look at that. Here's the little swipey bar. Look at that. Now, if you're looking this on your phone, you're not going to see it like you're going to see here, but that is ridiculous. Unbelievable difference. And we do this right up front. Like we cropped it, and then let's get rid of the noise now. Look at the difference it made. That is
now there is a couple things like you see up on the cockpit how you've got some of that like residual kind of like
yep. Oh yeah.
Now you can change the model. So if you go down to the model, there's actually that drop down. We can change it from that high detail to just 2024, and sometimes that'll eliminate that. There you go.
Ah, good call. It did.
So the high detail is great for some images, but those images that have those problems, I just drop it down to 2024 instead of high detail, and it works. Boom.
All right, that one looks pretty good. So now I want to make a comment to everybody watching that this is something that you would do at the very beginning of the process.
Yes.
If it has noise, get rid of the noise early. Get rid of it quickly. And now let me switch to the other screen so you can see back in Lightroom. It should be right here. All right, you guys see that, I think?
Yes.
All right, so now we're here. So let's look at what else we have to do here. It's actually it looks pretty good. I don't know if it's a raw image. All right, so when I go here to profile, you notice I don't have adaptive color. It's not even a choice. What that means is this is not a raw photo. Adaptive color works on raw photos. This is a JPEG, so I don't have that choice. My choice is auto. And auto did a pretty good job.
Yeah.
I would increase the contrast maybe a little bit. And of course, we're going to go to texture and clarity, and that'll help the sharp. Ooh, look at the sharpness there.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that looks pretty good. Oh, that looks pretty nice. Now, I have it cropped in. I have it zoomed in a little bit. This is a pretty good crop, I think, Eric. What do you think?
I agree. The closer I think sometimes we fall victim to, we think we need more in there than we do.
I agree. I think we can go back into something like this and then get that up. There we go.
Much stronger.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good right there, actually. I don't know how much more I really need to do to it. It's a nice look. It's a great capture on the photographer's part. But I don't know, I think it looks pretty good. I mean, you could sharpen it. You could certainly go to the detail panel. Of course, I would use like something like Topaz Sharpen or something. Just you could throw a little more sharpening in here in Lightroom if you really wanted to. Oh, there you go. Really crank it up. Crank that puppy up. But other than that, there's plenty of detail in the plane. I love the movement. Right?
Maybe drag that masking down at the bottom of that sharpening.
Do I really need to? Is it hitting
Well,
anything?
I mean, the background doesn't really need to be sharpened, just the plane.
Oh yeah, I could drop that out. Yeah, there we go.
There
So
we go.
just the plane.
Boom.
All right. So that's holding the Option key and dragging the masking tool. It takes the it will take the sharpening out of the sky. It will take it out of the background there. It doesn't really. He's right. It doesn't really need.
Yeah,
to
we
be
just want to
sharpened.
make that plane pop.
Yeah, but and I just wouldn't probably do the sharpening here in Lightroom.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it is
I
what it
agree.
is. So I don't know. I think it's pretty good.
Yeah. I mean,
You can
compared
see
to where
we
you were.
started.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we didn't do a whole lot. We basically hit auto and then increased the contrast. We didn't really need to do anything with the whites. We can see what that would do if we cranked up the whites. I know I'm big on that. Yeah, maybe to right there. Oh, there's one more thing you could do. You might, I think I would too, go into the masking tool, hit the linear gradient, drag it up this way, and just darken that area. You don't need that. There you go.
Yeah.
That's it.
There you
Yeah,
go.
right.
Yep.
There you go. Puts the focus on the plane.
Focus
yeah,
on the
nice
plane.
shot.
That's
though.
what you want.
All right, I bet it's break time, isn't it?
Oh, it's been break time, but you know.
All right, I'm going to move on to another image when we come back from the break. So we'll take a short one when we come back. We're on a streak here. We went through a whole photo and didn't have to really restart it once we got back in Lightroom.
Yeah.
So never know. Maybe it fixed itself.
We'll see.
Stick around. We'll be right back. Hey, everybody. There's Kuna.
Yep, there I am.
Every masterpiece begins with a vision, a spark, a dream. At Photoshop World, you don't just learn tools, you unlock the power to create something unforgettable. Photoshop World 2025, the ultimate Photoshop training event.
Howdy folks, Moose Peterson here in what's been my playground for decades, Yosemite National Park. This is part of KelbyOne's National Park Series, and we've got something very special for you. Well, whether you're a first-time visitor or you've been here many, many times, it's going to be new every time. We're going to start off at Tunnel View, a place that's going to get you revved up. We're going to take you up the trail to Yosemite Falls. And we're going to take you up personally, intimately with these places. Where do you go? Where do you stop? What cameras do you take? What lenses? How do you make it really simple and easy, not complex, so you take in all the places here, and that comes through in your photograph, your passion, your love for being outdoors, and of course, Yosemite. So come along. This is going to be a marvelous class for you to get inspired. It's going to be exclusively on KelbyOne.
What is Photoshop World? Photoshop World is the ultimate 3-day online creative event for photographers, designers, and digital artists. With over 45 sessions taught by the world's leading Photoshop, Lightroom, and photography instructors. From jaw-dropping edits to industry secrets, this is where your skills go pro and get inspired to push your creativity further than ever before. Register at photoshopworld.com.
Strap in for Creativity Mountain. 45 plus sessions of full throttle inspiration. Photoshop World 2025, the ultimate Photoshop training event.
This segment of The Grid is brought to you by B&H Photo, the professional source since 1973.
All right, we're back, and we're going to jump into another image here, get through another image. So, Scott, take it away.
Yeah, it looks like we have a very nice. I got to zoom out a little so you can see the whole thing. We have a very nice image. Looks like a proposal moment.
Yeah.
Right. And so whoever took the shot was, back a ways. But I think this will be a pretty easy fix, honestly. Let's go and look at what our choices are. Oh, good. It's a raw photo, so we have the choice of adaptive. Let's hit adaptive. Well, that's pretty good. Let's try auto. Let's go auto. I don't know. I think adaptive looks better in this case. Any thoughts, Erik?
I agree.
All right, so let's go back to adaptive. Oh, we're going to get the warning. No, you can't
don't
do
do
both.
both.
So let's undo the auto.
Yeah, you're going to have to undo.
Yep, that's okay. Oh, and look, our friend is back. Our friend, the black screen, has returned. You know what's interesting, Erik? It shows, this might be not a thing. It shows my tool palette. It's weird. It shows my tool palette still. Who'd thunk it? Nobody does. All right, here we go. It's quick fix. Okay, so let's go with that. That doesn't look bad. It's crooked as heck. So let's try transform and see if it'll do it. If not, I don't know. That doesn't look. That looks crooked. I think I think we got a horizon line disaster. There we go. And then we'll hit crop. All right. Well, I like that because it brings you a little closer to the couple. Now, Erik, I would ask you this question. What is the most important thing in this picture? Is it the rocks?
No.
It is the couple.
Yes.
So I think if we can crop this in and make them more prominent.
Yeah, like we don't need that stuff.
Lose a little bit of the house. I think they probably want that there as a kind of a sense of place. Also, when you put the cropping border in, you can see it's still a little crooked. Let's wait. About right there. There we go. That looks about right. And I think we maybe could come in a little bit more here without putting them too far over to the side. So this way, at least you're bringing them, into the scene a bit more. Then I could think you could just go and hit the masking tool, go to the object select tool and whoops, use the rectangle. Don't move, don't breathe, don't make a sound. And we're back. And select those two. Oh, please. It doesn't like when you mask, apparently.
It's not
liking
that.
There we go. It selected them and something behind them.
Yeah.
So easy enough. We hit subtract, brush, and say not that, which I know it went away. I get a big green thing over my screen when it happens, so I can see. There we go. So they are selected. I'm going to just move this over a little bit and just see if this will help. And then I would go here and let's open up the shadows on them a little bit. You don't want to go too crazy on them or it's going to look weird. So if you make them real bright, you can add contrast back in so it doesn't look washed out. That looks a little better on them, I think. I think that looks better. Let's just see. The control room's now just switching to you and me when it happens.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I think if we hide the masks, it looks better without making it really too obvious. I mean, we know when we see it like that, we know what's going on. But let's back off a little, and I think that's okay. I'd like to get this back into the screen here a little more. There we go. And I mean, you can decide whether you want to open up the shadows on this all here, but I don't think you're really even looking at this. I think you're looking here. Now, we could do another thing. Let's take off that mask. Let's just delete it. What you could do is
yeah, it's all downhill when you hit that.
Anything go to with that the masking. The masking, it doesn't like the masking. You could go and do a radial gradient. Go here, do a radial gradient. You could pop a little thing of light around them. But what I would do is probably hit invert. So it's everything but them. And then lower the light a little bit. So you basically have a spotlight. Actually, let's undo the invert. Let's just try using it as a spotlight. And let's brighten it. So you have this little pop of light that you can put wherever you want. Now it lights the thing behind him, which could either look cool or look stupid. We can bring it in a little bit so it's just on them. There's a couple different ways to light them, right? But that's one way. I don't like the way it's lighting behind them. So I'm going to undo all the way back to where we were. And let me fix my screen. Hey, don't be yawning.
I know, right?
Man, it's a boring retouch if you got Erik yawning in the middle of it. All right, so I think we got back to where they are there, and we've brightened them a little bit, and we have a radial gradient in the middle of nowhere.
It's lighting up that path so well.
Yeah, it is. Well, you know what? I'll show you something you could do if you want to just have fun with it. But let's go back and get the object select tool. We're going to select them. We're going to bring them out a little bit. You can't see it because, stupidity. And let's see. Yeah, and that way it's not really lighting the area behind them too much.
Right.
So that's a little better. But what you could do for fun is add a brush. Make the brush really big. add a little bit of
It makes
highlight.
no sense that it does it for the brush and it doesn't
And just
do it for
add
the radial
some
gradient.
little. You could add some. Oh God, you can't see. Hold on. Go add some little highlights to the image just by clicking the brush in a few places. And it looks stupid there, but you're going to lower it to where it looks just a little more interesting. Just makes the light look more interesting.
Yeah, that last one you clicked, it just got on the water a little bit.
Yeah, I know. I can see it, but whatever. You also might try, you know what else? It looks a little hazy, the whole thing. So what if we went to dehaze, went to the basic panel and just went to dehaze, kind of brought that in, and then open up the exposure a little bit. Just something like that. I mean, it's better than where we were.
Yeah.
But it's not my best work.
Yeah, well, and that's the other thing. I think with this one, where it could be better would be, the wide shot, I think, is just because you're trying to bring in the house or the setting. I feel like it would be better
if they didn't care. If they didn't care, I'd be in here.
Yeah, like we would be in tighter.
I would go up here because the path isn't really. If you have the sunset or the path, I would put it here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the moment, and you can see a little bit of her expression and his
we could even lose that like gravel stuff over there too. So
yeah, you could just get rid of. Well, you could either crop it out or just because
this is not doing anything to it.
Something more like that.
Yeah, that's going to be more interesting. Now, again, unless they want, they want the house for something, I get it.
Yeah, see, I don't know what the deal is. Maybe that's, where they had dinner. I don't know what the situation is.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to, be cognizant of that. But anyway, that looks a whole lot better, I think, cropped in like that, because now you're really seeing the story and, All right.
All right.
Let's just do one more. We can do one more, right?
Do we have to take another break, or do we have to take another break, guys? We got to take another break. So let's take a break,
and I'll get set.
And then you get set up. We'll come back. We'll do one more image, and then we'll give away the prizes as well in this next section. So we'll see you back here in just a couple minutes here.
Do you have hundreds of images sitting on your hard drive? I think you do. Well, after this class, you will learn how to get those images published and get them out in front of the world so others can see them. I am Leonard Johnson, award-winning fashion and beauty photographer, and I'm here doing my third class on how to get your photos published. How to even select your images. Now you're going to curate those images. Okay, so I'm going to walk you through the step-by-step process of what it takes. I'm going to take you through caviar.com so you can see the whole selection process step-by-step of what you need to do in order to get those images up and get them off those hard drives and get them published. Come check out my latest class at KelbyOne.com.
Wow! Do you want to know amazing tips and techniques about taking portraits with an iPhone? Then join me in this KelbyOne class. I'm going to show you how to capture images in a town like this, capture them with the wide angle lens, the 1x, the 2x, and the 5x lens, then process those images correctly in Lightroom, and then share them to the world. This course on the iPhone for capturing portraits is going to be incredible. Get out there, take photos.
What is Photoshop World? Photoshop World is the ultimate 3-day online creative event for photographers, designers, and digital artists. With over 45 sessions taught by the world's leading Photoshop, Lightroom, and photography instructors. From jaw-dropping edits to industry secrets, this is where your skills go pro and get inspired to push your creativity further than ever before. Register at photoshopworld.com.
This segment of The Grid is brought to you by Platypod, the world's most compact tripod base.
All right, we're back, and Scott's got a couple more images to edit, and then we're gonna give away some prizes here in between that. So.
Yep. I'm gonna do one image, and we're gonna do 60-second fixes for the rest. So the image we have here is pretty good. We're just going to straighten it first. So let's go to transform and hit auto. Yeah, that did it. It didn't rotate it. It pulled it forward. So that's where it really works great. So the sky is really kind of blown out. And you know what? I don't know if this wouldn't make a good black and white image because of the lack of color that's going in the image.
And then you go high key on the sky. Yeah.
Yeah, you could just do that, or you could try auto, and yeah, I don't know. I think I might go black and white on this one. Let's go over here and choose one of the black and white profiles. That first one looked pretty good. Let's go down to, I usually like number 9 or number 4. Number 9's too dark. Number 4's too dark. Number 1 looked pretty good. Black and white number 1 of the
just so
17.
you know, we can't see it any longer. But I agree with you. 9, number 4. In the little thumbnails, they looked good.
Yeah. Oh, come on. It's where I'm telling you, this side of my screen is what it is. It's what it is. The right side of my screen has a problem. I'm thinking I'm just going to move this over a little bit, or we're all going to get crazy. All right. So that's the one I'm going to go with, number 01. Oh, it did it again. Oh, I hate you. All right. Sorry. Let's
so anyways, we're going to black and white.
We're going to black and white, Eric, and then we're going to hit close. We're going to increase the contrast because that's to do with black and white. So lots of whites, lots of the blacks. That's already kind of looking better. Now, if you wanted to, you could go Mimo style on the sky, but I don't know. I think I might just leave the sky just
I
white.
like it.
I think just right there. Let's add some clarity to make the metal shiny, add a little texture and a little bit of dehaze, and whoops, that's too much dehaze, just a tiny bit. And I got the highlights pulled almost all the way back. I don't know, I think that doesn't look bad.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I think it's a good candidate. I'd get rid of the tourists at the bottom, right? I just use the remove tool and get rid of them like we did the trees earlier. There's another thing you can do. So under the masking tool, God help me, I'm going to click on it. There's a thing called landscape, and it looks at it and it looks at it like it's a landscape and says, here are the things that I will fix. And the things that it said it would fix are the sky, architecture, vegetation, water. Isn't it neat? You can select the water. Yep. You could go water. Look at that. It spilled over a little bit.
You can see it has artificial ground. It also has natural ground. I mean, it'll do a lot of different things, so it's cool.
But you can go in there and say, I want to pull back the highlights on the water. Try to get a little more detail in there in the water, but I guess we're not going to. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, that did it.
There we go. Just lowering the exposure really kind of did it. But anyway, otherwise, not a bad picture. I think that's a quick fix for it. Something like that. And I think we're good. If you really wanted to do something with the sky, I think it would be a sky replacement. I think you'd have to go over to Photoshop and drop in a new sky.
Awesome.
But I think it works as a black and white. All right, let's look at that now. So, Mr. Kuna, I want you to, if you would be so kind, to set your timer. I'm going to do 60-second edits.
Okay.
For the last ones. All right, we're going to do 60 seconds. You hit 60 seconds on your timer and tell me when to go, and I'll walk you through what I would do in 60 seconds. And let me know when I have 10 seconds left.
All right, go.
All right, first off, a crop. I would crop it to, you know, get this a little more interesting. There's all that kind of stuff on the left you don't need, and it was a little crooked. Let's see what we can hit here. Adaptive color. Yeah, adaptive color looks good. You know what looks bad is this. Those have gotten so dark. So I'm going to add the masking tool. I'm going to go to the brush. I'm going to open up the exposure, and I'm just going to paint in there. Now, that's way too much. That's okay. We can go back and adjust that. There we go. You just want to see a little detail in there. I would put a little yellow in there so it doesn't look blue. I would do a gradient at the bottom of the screen to darken it. So let's go to the masking. Add a new one, a linear gradient.
You got
right
10 seconds.
I know. Hold on, stop, because I got to stop. You got to give me 10 seconds back because my screen went bad. All right, here we go. I would darken that right there, and then the whole thing needs a dehaze, and we're done. Go to dehaze, just because it's all kind of. Look at that. That's not bad in 60 seconds. So that wasn't bad.
All right.
So we straightened it. We cropped it a little tighter. The dehaze helped that sky a lot. And we opened up those trees behind the little church. And yeah, it's a nice photo. And that was a quick 60-second fix. Let's look at another one. Oh, this is a nice one. Nice kids with a crooked thing. All right. Oh, shoot. I got to go to transform and hit auto. That helped. Let's crop it because you don't need. This is all about the kids. There's no sense in showing a whole bunch of other stuff you don't care about. Let's get the kids in tight. Let's see if we can go to probably auto here. That's not bad. Let's add a little contrast. Let's add a little texture. The sky is kind of stupid. Let's see if we can fix that. Hit sky. Let's darken it a little. Oops, hold on. Pause the timer.
Well, just why don't you go do it and yeah, let's go do it and we'll see it afterwards.
All right. So what I would do is just add some blue to the sky, just so it's not so
you're just going to the temperature.
I just went to the temperature, and that's all I did. I went to the temperature and all temperature, and just added a little blue in there, and that's it. I mean, this one's a pretty easy one. Just made the colors more vibrant. It's a better crop. The crop brings the children forward. If I had more time, I would go under each of their ball caps with the brush and just brighten it up a little bit. But outside of that, it's not bad.
Right.
You could maybe darken the whole top above them. Like you could put a gradient all the way to them. But outside of that, that's a pretty easy one. Oh, this one's a lot harder. All right, this one's a lot harder. You want to start the start the clock?
Go for it.
All right. Well, obviously we're going to start with a crop, right? Well, they're holding the trophy. We got the champions here, but they deserve a good crop. I mean, honestly, I think I would crop it more like this, right? And then we're going to hit, I don't know what, auto, and let's up the contrast, pull back the highlights a bit more, and I would throw a vignette on this, just darken the edges so the focus is on them a bit more. And if I had time, I would clean up that, get rid of that tree, get rid of these little light poles or whatever those are back there. And that's really, for 60 seconds, that's not bad.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see what it was. It was just kind of washed out is really what it was. But yeah, just a little bit of editing. I don't even need a full 60, and that one looks pretty good.
Okay.
All right, let's look at the next one and see what we got. One more. Oh, all right. Start the clock.
Got it.
All right, let's see. I think this looks like maybe it's raw. We could try adaptive. Not bad.
Mm-hmm.
Let's switch it and try auto. Auto looks good. You know what I think it is about this one, Eric? I think the rocks are overwhelming. The rocks are overwhelming the picture.
Yeah.
They're huge in the frame, and I think we just, not only do we do that, but I would then add a linear gradient in that direction and just pull them back a little bit because they're overwhelming the picture, and and it's good that you got it. Whoops, I'm hitting the wrong button. It's good that you have a foreground object, right? It adds depth to it, but it's too much. And then it's very hazy, so let's go to dehaze and see what we can bring back there. open up the shadows a little bit. And lastly, I just do the sky. Just go to...
Yeah, you got less than 10.
Oh, no, not less than 10. Select sky. Uh-oh, I lost my screen. I just bring down the sky a little and bring up the whites. Let me just show you what that looks like. All you missed was me doing the sky, which I brought up the whites a little, and then you can see that's a 60-second fix. I think I could do better for 2 minutes. With 2 minutes, you could give me 120 seconds, 60s tight, but still, you know, it's not bad. And then I think we got maybe one more photo. No, that's the last one. That was it.
All right. Well, then there we go. We got to give away some prizes now. So
let's do it.
Prizes. How do I do that? My Tesla book is going to Stuart Greenberg. And then the night photography book is going to Roger McCarthy. And then how do I do that in Lightroom is going to Renee Scooter Cole. And then the Platypod handle is going to Robin C. from Florida. And then On One No Noise is going to Jeff Warren. And then the V-Flat from V-Flat Worlds is going to Renee Whitley Price. So if you just email us over at gridprize@KelbyOne.com, verify your information, and then send out your prize. Just try to do that by this Friday if you can.
Yep. And don't forget, tomorrow night, 6:30, the Tesla book chat, where we're going to be sharing tips from the book and talking about the book. And I will tell you this, my publisher usually gives literally a 50% discount for that night on the book. Like if you think, oh, I want to buy it and all, I mean, I think it's going to be like $15 for the print book. For the actual printed copy of the book, I believe it will be something like that. So that's tomorrow. You can find links to it on my Facebook or my stories or wherever. But it's tomorrow night at 6:30, and hopefully we'll be putting a link. I think you can maybe see it on screen. I'm going to stop this. Maybe I can see the screen. I can see what you're seeing. Yeah, there we go. That is Thursday night, 3:30 Pacific, 6:30 Eastern. Terry will be joining me, and the two of us will be sharing our favorite Tesla tips and stuff like that. So there you go. Hope you'll join me. It'll be fun. It'll be a fun night.
All righty. And then
now, Erik,
don't forget, Photoshop World's coming up next month. Less than a month away.
All right. I just want to say I don't like doing this from home because it makes my hair look gray. My hair isn't gray. My hair is it's actually gray here on the sides, but the rest is a glorious brown. But it looks like I have gray. It's like old me, and then I come back to the studio, I'm young me again.
Yeah, well, white balance. It's a thing.
It's a thing. White balance. It's a thing. Go to PhotoshopWorld.com and sign up today. Save $100 and score a bonus bundle. Bonus. Bundle.
All righty.
Also, hey, I just want to mention to KelbyOne members, you noticed we've been tweaking and improving and fixing lots of stuff on your homepage dashboard. If you haven't been to your dashboard in a few days, go check it out. We're making things easier and easier to find and just all better and good. We have all these one-click buttons to get you right to the stuff that you want the quickest. And can you scroll down a little bit? I'll show you some more stuff. Just scrolly a little bit, right? And now we've got all your new courses. We come out with a course every week, and we've got them right there. You know that they're new because it says new right on them. And then we've got recommended courses and on and on and on. Your bookmarks or your favorites. And we're doing lots of little things there to make your life better and make your experience better. So we're working on all that stuff, and a whole lot more is coming. So anyway, so thanks to our web crew and all for all these little improvements, and thank you for everybody who shares their ideas and stuff. And that's it for me, Mr. Kuna. You got anything?
No, that's it. We got we'll be back here next week. I'm not sure what we're doing yet, but we'll figure that out. We'll see you next week.
It's not time for the blind critiques yet. We still need another week, so
yeah,
it'll be something.
Yeah.
Oh, it's something.
It's something.
All right, maybe I didn't give you my burger update.
No, what was it?
I'm gonna leave you with this one. I got a new hot burger tip. It's a hot take on burgers. Now, the Chili's burger, they're good, right? the Big Smasher?
Yeah, they're very good.
Good, right? I'm telling you, this is one you're not going to expect. You know who's got a phenomenal burger? The Outback Steakhouse for lunch. We can get it for dinner too. The Outback burger, shockingly good. I couldn't believe how good it was, because I always get like a steak when I go to the Outback. You know, I get their prime rib, their prime ribs.
Yeah, but it's not $10 for the blue cheese crust and then $70 for the steak.
Oh no, it's not. No, it's not.
And they give you bread. You know, they give you bread.
And they give you bread
Outback
for free. They didn't charge me $8. But honestly, this burger is delicious. Now, I don't know what it cost. Hit order now. I just don't remember what it cost because there was a bunch of us eating, and so just do curbside.
Let's see. I don't know. Jason would probably hit delivery because he doesn't like to drive.
I know he has unlimited funds as well. So
yes, that's true, and he's delivering it to Ohio, I guess.
Yeah, just pick one. There you go. That's fine. St. Petersburg, Florida is fine. I just want to see the stinking menu. All right, I want to see how much this burger is.
$14.49.
$14.49. So it is more expensive than, for example, but it does come with fries, right?
Yes. Of course, I can go to Chili's and get fries, a drink,
and a salad. It cost me $15 at a drive-through, right? So anyway. Long story short, it's a really good burger. I was kind of stunned, honestly. I just wasn't in the mood for a steak. It was lunchtime. I'm like, sometimes you don't want to have a big little steak for a lunch,
Yeah, look at we're adding lobster. We're adding steamed lobster and coconut shrimp.
Oh,
hey,
come on,
Jason, that's Jason's meal right there. $54.
That's Jason's meal. $54. Holy cow. All right. Anyway, that is your burger tip for the day. We will see you guys next week. Thanks for holding down the fort there, Eric.
Yeah.
We'll catch you guys next Wednesday. See ya.
For the landscape photographer, the camera is more than a piece of technology. It's more than a collection of dials and buttons and glass. It's our storytelling tool. It's how we get our vision, our voice, out into the world. We are visual storytellers, and capturing images of natural beauty connects us to the environment in a very special way. For that 1/60th of a second, we now carry that image with us and it bonds us to it. When we share that image, we're sharing something very personal, very intimate. We're letting the viewer experience that moment with us. When we see the first light kiss the peaks of the mountains, or that still mirror-like reflection on the water, it's a feeling you take with you always. Making great landscape photos, images that are truly remarkable, it's more than just taking a picture. It's a craft, one that's passed down from the great landscape storytellers themselves. These brilliant landscape masters will be sharing their latest techniques. It's 2 full days, all presented live. And it's dedicated to everyone who dreams of leaving a visual legacy from the places that captured your heart and your imagination. This is the Landscape Photography Conference. The next step in your landscape photography journey is about to begin.